Hi friends, Kestrel here. Welcome to my home kitchen. Right now I am scooping lard into a pot. We're going to be making carnitas the way I learned to make carnitas, and that was without a bunch of extra stuff added. So this is going to be like the real deal.
Delicious.
Yeah. This is actually lard that I have made part of it's rendered and part of it is like from the store.
There's some bacon fat.
And so there's a little bit of gelatin in here I'm actually going to scoop off because I don't really want that in there.
We could use that as like a broth thing.
I suppose we could. Yeah. So this is actually, you can reuse your lard a couple of times. So that's why this is in here, because it generally kind of goes in a little bit still cool. And so the gelatin layer will kind of separate from the lard, and that's actually what you want, so you don't end up adding it again. And then you can either do something with the gelatin or not.
Pork broth.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward not, because I don't know.
So much flavor, Mom.
I know. Actually, I think that is enough.
Potential.
I also don't want to overfill this. So in here, I have about, I'm going to say about 2.5 pounds of lard, and this is about 2 pounds of pork that I have cubed into pieces about this size. And I've salted them very generously so that they've had a chance for the salt to penetrate. That's all there is to it, really.
How long did you leave the salt on for?
The salt was on for about 4 hours. You could do it overnight if you want to. That's also perfectly acceptable. So follow me over to the stove and we'll get started on this part. So this now has to melt and come up to about 300 degrees because the oven is 300 degrees. And once that happens, I will go ahead and put the pork in. And we're going to let that kind of slightly brown and then put it in the oven.
Yay!
So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so for this part, we are at temperature. I'm going to go ahead and put this in gently. You want to just lay this in here very gently. So that...
No slappy.
Yeah, no slappy slap.
No plop.
And I forgot, this is actually 4 pounds of lard because I used 2 blocks. You can get pure lard at the grocery store fairly easily. Kroger's has it, and it comes in 2-pound blocks, and it's actually really cheap. It's not expensive at all. All right, so we're going to let this cook for a few minutes. We want to kind of see the pig turn more opaque before it goes in the oven. So we're going to let this just kind of cook like this for just like a minute or two. So
we'll be back.
Yep. So this is about what we want to see. It doesn't have to be cooked through at all. In fact, it's better if it's not. I'm going to turn this heat off, grab my lid and my gloves because the handles are going to be hot.
Very hot, very hot.
Very hot, very hot. Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and deposit this into the oven on the bottom rack. You want to make sure that your top rack is either all the way up to the top or just out of the oven altogether so you don't burn yourself. And this is going to hang out like that for the next 3 hours. 3 hours from now, we'll come back and take a look.
Swagger.
All right. Hello, we're back. So it has been 3 hours and this has been just simmering in its oil all that time. I'm going to take it out now.
Looks really delicious.
Yeah. Set this over here because it's a very hot lid. And
don't want it to be burning.
No.
Anything.
So we are going to very carefully take these out. And because they cooked for so long in the oil, they browned really nicely.
Yeah, they look so good.
They do. Almost candied. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's a confit. It's very similar principle to like duck confit. And so now, I'm just going to start taking these over to the plate. And just shredding them with 2 forks. Look at how easily they come apart.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is tender.
Tender. Yes.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. On the plate next to this, I have some onion and some cilantro and some lime. And that is how I will serve it. Yeah, this is really lovely. Perfect.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, a lot of the recipes that I've seen online for this, I don't really understand what they're doing. It's a method that seems like, I don't know, not very traditional, and where they take an orange or soda even and put it in with the cooking meat. And I mean, that tells me, or it signals to me that they're not using lard. So then they have to figure out a way to crisp it up once it's cooked. This method, you don't have to do that. It's very, very passive. And this, yeah, this is really the traditional way to do it. This is how I learned to do it.
It seems like if you were using soda that you wouldn't even want to like use any kind of oil to cook it because
yeah, well, it's more of a braise
butter.
then. Yeah, and a lot of these recipes are braises. They're not this confit method.
That one's split in half.
It's okay.
It's okay.
All right. So yeah, see how easy that was?
Gorgeous.
So easy, so good. And now I'm just gonna do this with it. I'm just gonna
put a little onion.
Put some onion on top and some cilantro on top. A little more onion. And then I like to just add some lime wedges so people can use lime if they want to. If they want just the beauty of the pork, you can also just do that.
Taste the pork.
Taste the goodness of the pork.
Taste the beauty of the pork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to steal from toasters. All right, so I'm going to try a little bit of this. Okay. Mmm.
Splendid.
Mmm. Mmm. All it needs is salt. I mean, pork on its own just has such a good flavor that I don't know why you would. I mean, you've got all these things here to help enhance it, but it's just so good by itself. Like, this is just amazing. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Beautiful.
Buen provecho, everyone. I hope you give this a try soon. I hope you have a fabulous week and are excellent to each other, and that you like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Gotta get to the camera.
Yeah.